Let's talk about this week's move on interest rates. Ben, I'm going to start with you. How significant is this? And what was the market's reaction to the central bank in America cutting interest rates by 0.5%? Stock market, bond market, currency market, and sectors. What stood out to you?
Coming into this, the market was looking for 50 basis points. You probably heard a lot about it. There was a big debate about it. The one point I made to Jack the other day is the market's also expecting 10 cuts over the next year or so. So that's a lot. We're going from over 5% to under 3% total rates, in total interest rates. What happened yesterday? Chairman Powell came out and he actually cut 50 basis points. The market initially was hesitant because they thought some of the language where he tried to sort of hold back and tell the market that don't just expect me to keep doing this. But at the end of the day, he did say he wants to get ahead of the job market. He wants to protect the job market and the economy, and he is going to be proactive. That's my takeaway from it. Mm-hmm. You see markets today start to run pretty hard with the expectation that the economy is actually in pretty decent shape in the U.S. The consumer is in great shape. They're spending. They're employed. Unemployment is still in absolute levels, very low. Corporates are doing great and not talking about cutting jobs. Earnings expectations for next year around 15%. You got a government that's spending in unprecedented amounts. I mean, more than they would at the bottom of a recession. And at the same time, you got the Fed basically saying, we've got your back.
You know, I saw a piece from Bespoke. The U.S. debt increased by $1.5 trillion within, I think, the last 4 months. Huge number. Jack, over to you. What do you make of what the central bank, its action and the market's reaction to the interest rate cut this week? What stood out?
Sure. The key word of the day yesterday was recalibrate. We talked about it in the office. Jerome Powell is recalibrating interest rates to suit the current environment. Mm-hmm. And I think he has the back of growth. And as you talked about right at the beginning of the show, Wolf, he's not worried about inflation anymore.
What I saw that stood out to me was it was a classic example of buy on rumor, sell on news.